Today I wanted to sweat, and sweat I did, bro. So I was coming out today, outside, and I was gonna do my usual like full body workout, and I was like, man, it's such a nice sunny day. It's nice and warm. I was like, you know what, bro? I want to sweat. I want to do something intense. I want to sweat. So I did 100 push-ups, 100 squats. I haven't done like that superset thing in a while, actually. So it was a lot more challenging than it usually would have been. And again, I'm not really going like super clean form reps, whatever the case may be. But it's like even if you think that's like suboptimal or whatever, like I'm still getting like a pump in my legs and still getting a pump in my chest. I'm still getting results from that, and if anything, I'm looking for more of the like cardiovascular side of things. So I definitely got my heart rate up. I was definitely sweating, and after that, I did some shadow boxing, and then I did some kickboxing on the bag. What I think I did 2 rounds of that, and I was just practicing my jabs and so jab. It was like jab, cross, and then like roundhouse kick. That's what I was practicing. Definitely got my heart rate up. Definitely got me over here breathing hard and everything. Just I was sweating so much that every time I moved my face, like just sweat would fly off. I think even my nose was like running without me like realizing. I might have even been salivating, to be honest, but it was very intense, very like just a intense hard session. And I don't know, those things are just great. I just love just being under the heat and just sweating everything out, just sweating so much like freaking whole body is like covered in it. It's like just I don't know, just sweat. I remember I used to be very uncomfortable when it would like be hot, especially like, oh, I got the fit on, bro. I got this on, bro. I got these clothes on. I got these nice clothes on, and it's hot, and I'm gonna start sweating. Man, that is so lame. So it's just like, at first I didn't like the heat. I liked like the fall weather because it wasn't too cold and it was kind of warm, just a little warm enough for me to like wear like sweatshirts and hoodies and stuff. But now I don't really care about that too much. I really like the heat. I just love the way it kind of like makes me feel. Um, I just love being able to sweat everything out. Just sweat out all the toxins, sweat out all the bad vibes, the jujus, whatever you want to call it. It just feels good to just sweat. Especially when you're in an environment to do so. Now, if I'm like at school and I just start sweating, like that would be very uncomfortable. But it's like just working out and really just pushing yourself and just getting yourself to get every last bit of effort out of you in order to just work out and stuff and just sweat, bro. Like just it's awesome, bro. Like I remember when I was like first starting to work out. I don't think I sweat as much as I used to back then because I was out of shape. So, but when I first started working out, it's like I would have like puddles of freaking sweat at the bottom of my feet. And I wasn't even working out outside at that point. I was working out like mostly um, in my room or downstairs when we had extra space and stuff like that. And I would have to, of course, clean it up afterwards because it would just be so much freaking sweat. But yeah, just sweating is something awesome. It's something cool, and I love that the hot weather is coming back around, or at least that's what it seems. It seems like it's coming back around, and I just get to be outside, just feel the heat of the sun. This is what I was meant for, bro. To be honest, bro, like come on, bro. Like we're not meant to be outdoors. I mean, indoors all the time. Like we're meant to be outdoors, feeling the heat of the sun, getting a freaking bug crawling on you or something like that. Whatever. I don't know. I just can't express how much I really like this hot weather, especially when working out. It's like honestly, this is like the best condition to work out in, because it's just like when it's hot, when the sun is just beaming on the top of your head. That's when it can get really hard. That's when it can get really difficult. I mean, same for when it's cold, but the cold is just like it just makes me mad. When it's cold and I'm just training, it just makes me mad. Like, why is it so cold? Like, why is it every time I breathe in, it's like difficult? Now, that does provide its own challenges as well, but it's just like, I don't know. I just like the challenge of training in the heat more than I do training in the cold. I don't know if that's just because of like my ancestry, maybe. I don't know. But it's not like everybody's like accustomed to liking the cold, anyways. But yeah, so yeah, this is me doing the 100 So, 100 push-ups, 100 squats. I'm just supersetting it, going like 10, 10, 10. It took, I think the whole video thing is like 6 minutes. So I remember my fastest, I think my fastest was almost 3 minutes or 4 minutes or so. So definitely, I haven't been doing this in a while. So I, definitely, that my old self, like maybe a month, like just 3 months ago, could have smoked me now. But, that's what happens when you don't really keep on with certain ways of training. It kind of makes me want to go back to being consistent to that style of training. But, I have no reason to. As long as I'm still working my heart, basically, my cardiovascular muscles, through any other means, whether it be through shadow boxing, jump roping, just hitting the bag, running, whatever, I think I'm still going to be good. But of course, I really do like changing up just cardiovascular exercises. Like, there's so many ways you can get your heart pumping. Just, again, high rep calisthenics, right? What I'm doing here, this will definitely get your heart rate up, and it'll feel like cardio, like I say. If you aim for like, okay, I'm gonna try and do 100 reps in like 5 minutes, or 100 reps in like 6 minutes, and you're really trying, you're really like repping things out. You're not over here trying to do like perfect range of motion or whatever. You're just going for the rep, still being careful, of course. You're really gonna get that cardiovascular fatigue. So here I'm shadow boxing. You know, when I shadow box, it's not like I've watched a video on how to shadow box, so I'm just kind of throwing punches. I mean, of course, I'm trying to imagine like an opponent, and I'm trying to do like different combinations or whatever. And it's funny because I look at the footage, and it looks like I move so slow, but like when I'm like there, it seems like as if I'm moving like really fast. Like my fists are like flying out and everything, but here I look freaking slow. But again, it's like, it's not like I'm trying to be a pro boxer or anything like that. I don't want to use that as an excuse, but again, it's not like I'm trying to be a pro boxer. I'm really just doing this just because I think it's like fun, and I just like, the way it's more fun than doing standard cardio exercises, right? Running on a treadmill, or I don't know, what's another boring, what, cycling on a little machine, or whatever the case may be. Doing something like this is a lot more physical. I get to like mess around with my imagination, so I can kind of like be a bit more creative. Like, oh look, oh, he's throwing a punch. Oh look, oh, I'm getting him. Oh, did I get him? Oh, I missed. Oh, let me dodge. Let me block. Whatever the case may be. I get to just imagine just whatever scenarios, and I feel cool. I feel cool doing it. I feel really cool doing shadow boxing. I feel like freaking Baki, or some character from any fighting anime, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, so after this, I did 2 rounds on the heavy bag. And what I primarily did, I just did like jab, cross, roundhouse, jab, cross, roundhouse, jab, cross, roundhouse. Just kind of like just repping things out, just practicing those movements. But yeah, so I was on a boxing timer. So basically just 3 minutes of shadow boxing, then 3 minutes of the heavy bag, and then another 3 minutes. And between each round, about a minute of rest. That, of course, definitely got my heart rate up, just had me breathing hard. Since I'm on a 1 minute timer, in that same time I have to like move around my phone and like position everything, and then start recording. And of course, I'm still trying to like recover and like basically bring air back into my lungs. But yeah. With cardio, of course, make sure to breathe. And you don't have to stick to one thing. You don't have to stick to one type of cardio exercise. Like, when people think of cardio, they might really just think of like burpees. They might think of jumping jacks. Maybe they might not even think of jumping jacks. They might think of running. They probably think of jump rope. But there's so many ways to challenge your cardiovascular system without having to, you know, do running every now and then, or having to do jump rope, or having to get on a Peloton bike, or whatever the case may be. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do those things, but there's like, find what's fun for you. And what's fun for me is shadow boxing. What's fun for me is high rep calisthenics. What's fun for me is hitting the heavy bag. What's fun for me is jump rope sometimes. And I just do a variety of things. As long as it's getting my heart going, then that's fine. It's not like I'm trying to get specifically better at any one like cardiovascular challenging exercise. I'm just kind of doing them because I think they're just fun to do. So here, on the bag, I'm not exactly like going crazy, not with a lot of it because of course I'm just kind of repping it out. I'm just really practicing my kicks. I'm just practicing mostly my kicks. Of course, I'm still jabbing and crossing, but this is mostly for just the roundhouse kick. And my hip, my freaking hip, or my hip flexor, of course, was gonna get sore and give out. So times where I was doing like jab cross and then I was supposed to do a kick, I couldn't even bring my leg up because of how it feels. Now I feel fine. I don't feel like any tension. It's just at the time a lot of blood was just going to that area, and it was basically getting, I forgot what you call it, something acid something buildup, basically lactic acid buildup, just in that muscle group, causing it to just kind of like be tired and get fatigued and get and give out. And of course my shoulder, my left shoulder, that's my jab. And the jab, you throw a lot, so you want your jabbing arm to, or your jabbing shoulder to be very, very resilient. You don't want that to be the first thing to give out because that's going to be like your quickest weapon. And if your jab arm is like poof gone, then how can you actually do anything in combat? And then it's just in general endurance. I find that doing a lot of heavy bag work, a lot of just shadow boxing is gonna help a lot with my endurance. Just so I can kind of get used to already having those muscles worked. I mean, high rep calisthenics, that also helps with muscular endurance, and it could also build muscle. Don't believe what some people say about it not building muscle. It definitely can. But of course, endurance is very important because a lot of stuff that we do in just day to day life is gonna be endurance. We're never ever picking up something for 12 reps, 3 sets in real life. No, we're gonna probably be picking up something multiple times every day, multiple times out of the day, for however many reps. So endurance is like the number one thing that you probably want when it comes to, in terms of functionality, right? Because it's just like you want to be able to last, right? You want to be able to last. You want to be able to last with anything, and you don't just like, well, I did 12 reps. That was my max of moving furniture. 12 reps of moving furniture. That's about all I can really do. So I'm gonna be done for the day. And then a couple days later, I'll come back to doing the rest of my sets because I only train the same movement twice a week. No, it's like you should in general be trying to do things like the same general movement patterns every day, just so your body can get used to them. Believe it or not, your body makes way much better adjustments when you're doing something daily. Just think about like brushing your teeth or eating food, right? You get hungry at around the same time every day. You probably brush your teeth around the same time every day. And these are things that you just get used to. Some things that you might even do without even thinking. Like you probably don't think after you wake up, you just go to the bathroom and then you brush your teeth. You're probably not thinking like, I'm gonna brush my teeth this morning, like how you would every morning, right? Because it's just those things are just so ingrained into us that we don't even really think twice about them. And we should kind of do the same when it comes to movements, right? That's why I kind of think like using your whole body every day when it comes to some form of exercise is going to be more useful than if you were to just do a body part split where you're only hitting certain muscle groups like twice a week, or maybe even 3 times out of the week, or whatever the case may be. And it's more important for you to try and get these same muscle groups every day because it's like, well, it's going to be more beneficial. Your body's going to be used to moving in those positions a lot more. And I've seen these results for myself. I'm not speaking just out of my behind here. I have anecdotal evidence for this. So just to cap it all off, I'm here over here beating the crap out of this bag, and I'm really enjoying it. And I'm getting tired. I'm getting exhausted. It's pretty fun. I sweat it like so freaking much, bro, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm over here getting tired. I can't throw any more kicks. I'm trying to give it my all. And this is the best part. This is the best part when you feel like you're at your max and you really, really know you just gotta get through it. You just gotta keep pushing. You just push yourself, and it's just like, I don't know, the intensity goes up much more because you're just trying to tell yourself you're naturally you'll just have more positive reinforcement, I feel like, because you're so dedicated to trying just to do whatever it is you're trying to do. especially when it comes to something physical, and that kind of can carry you out through your life. So I think it's very important for you to just sweat, for you to just freaking work hard, get in the freaking dirt like how I am, and punch a leather bag. It doesn't have to be a leather bag, whatever. Just freaking sweat, bro. Just freaking get all the water just from your pores, have it all going everywhere, filling it on the bag, filling it on the grass, filling it on your pinky, on your pinky, filling it on the whatever. I'm just talking. I'm just speaking right now. But again, I really enjoy this workout. I hope that when I make these videos, that what I say makes sense. Sometimes I feel like I'm just blabbing. There I am doing a scream. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.